Welcome to News West 9's West Texas View with Johnny Lou Avery.
Welcome to the West Texas View. I'm Johnny Lou Avery, and we're going to be talking again today about the Tall City Blues Fest. You met Lisa Grisham several weeks ago when we very first started getting out information about it. This is something that I'm so excited about, and it's just developing and mushrooming into so many good things. So I wanted her to come back just 8 weeks before the event so you could have a heads up on the latest planning and get your name in the pot for everything. Lisa Grisham, it is so nice to have you. You're the director of the Promising Projects for Midland. And I want you to just take off and tell us everything we need to know about the Tall City Blues Fest.
Thank you so much for having me back. It has actually been developing quite nicely. The festival will be the last weekend in July, so the dates are July 29th, 30th, and 31st. It'll be a full weekend of festivities, and the idea is to have a music festival in downtown Midland. This is something that we intend to be an annual recurring event the last weekend in July every year, so this will be the first inaugural year. And Midland has really made a big push towards downtown development, and a piece of downtown development involves events happening in downtown. And so that's where Tall City Blues Fest fits in. And we've designed this event to be a signature event for Midland, and we are so excited because Midland can have on its landscape of activities now a music festival that it can become known for.
And it'll be a destination city.
Absolutely.
People will plan to come here every year.
You know, we really believe that with the way we've designed Tall City Blues Fest, that it absolutely can grow exponentially in the tourism that it delivers into our community. You know, we'll start out with a small impact probably this first year, but after this first year and everyone has the opportunity to experience it, because we're really creating a unique experience like none other. I really think that that's just going to blossom the excitement about this festival, and it will just it will take off like crazy. And there truly is a whole group of people that are what I call blues connoisseurs. They travel the countryside from one blues festival to another during festival season. A lot of times they're traveling in an RV, and what we want to do is put the Tall City Blues Festival in downtown Midland, Texas on their radar screen and make that a stop.
To capture them.
Absolutely.
Too. But you know, when I first heard about this, I thought, oh, this is kind of a narrow project for just blues people. But as it's developed, as you are developing it, it's going to be much wider than that, and much broader from the standpoint of bringing people in that are not connoisseurs but just want to taste something different, or tryouts with the music classes or some of those kinds of things. So tell us more about this.
Well, we've designed Tall City Blues Fest to be exactly that, a festival. And so in addition to the music, we have all kinds of other activities planned. So there'll be educational workshops, which I know we're going to talk more about. We'll have authentic Cajun cooking. We'll have some special ticketed events where people can participate in some private jam sessions with the musicians. We'll have a barbecue cook-off. We'll have you know, various and sundry activities going on. There'll be a trade show inside the Midland Center. So there really is something for everybody. It's a family-friendly festival, so you could come out, you could spend the day, and you know, occupy a whole day and never be bored 1 second.
And the setting is so wonderful because on the weekends there'll be lots of parking, and you're having it at the
Centennial Plaza.
In
downtown, right?
So that just makes it just so much fun.
And you know, it's going to be hot the last weekend in July. And so we're going to have tents and shade, and we're hoping that we can have some misters out there and some things like that. But I do want to encourage people to bring your lawn chairs, bring your sunscreen, and bring your shades, because you're going to need them.
And the musicians will actually perform in at the plaza.
Right. All of the music will be outdoor.
Right.
The festival in its entirety is an indoor-outdoor event. All the music will be outdoor. The food and all of that will be outdoor, but there'll be activities going on inside the Midland Center, the trade show, the educational workshops will all happen in there. We'll also be doing some acoustic performances in there, and as well as some presentations. We've got some really cool presentations lined up about the history of blues and how that intersects with jazz, which actually is a point I want to make. Some people refer to this as the Jazz Fest. It's not the Jazz Fest. Not that we have a problem with jazz, it's just that this particular event is the Blues Fest, and we're focusing our lineup on blues and roots music. But one of our presentations will be talking about the intersection in the history of blues and jazz. And then there'll be some activities going on inside the Midland Hilton Plaza, which is also right there on the festival grounds as well.
Well, tell me though, when you planned this, you planned it, the date, to be a part of this mass group that goes around so that it fits in. It's like a circuit of a golf circuit. This is a blues circuit.
Well, we definitely had to look at that because tourism, delivering tourism to Midland is a big part of our mission. We also had to look at what other activities are already going on in our community. There are annual recurring activities. We did not want to stack our event on top of another event. For example, Rock the Desert happens the very next weekend. As a courtesy to events already going on, we didn't want to do that, but also because this is not an isolated event, it's an annual recurring event, we needed to find a space where we could carve out our own niche so that we could be consistent with the pattern. So now we know that we can do this the last weekend in July from year to year to year, and that date will be reserved for our event.
And still reach these circuit groups.
Because the Blues Festival season really runs from about April, the height of it really runs from about April to August, and there's some stragglers that start out kind of early in March, and a few, well, stragglers in September, I guess, and some early birds in March, but we're really smack in the middle of Blues Festival season.
That is tremendous, and the interesting thing is Midland, in the Permian Basin, we always do things really well, and so to get this thing started off in such a dramatic fashion with so much help from the community, because you've got a lot of people helping on this.
We do. We've got staff, we have volunteers, we have sponsors, supporters, we have our city council behind us, so yes, we do have a lot of support.
Yes, you've got a whole reef of letters here from everybody from Midland College. We're going to be talking later in the program about partnership with Midland College. We're going to have to take a break right now, but we're going to come back and continue this conversation with Lisa Grisham, the director of the Promising Projects, and Tall City Blues Fest is just one of those promising projects. We'll see you in just a minute.
Texas View will be right back.